Hello. Good evening. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Mousimus, good evening. Blah Holtzen, good to see you. 8:05. I don't think we've ever started on time, and I'm not gonna start now. Gemini does everything. Greetings. Good to see you. Hello, Jim plays games. Happy Crimson Tuesday. New earrings. New earrings. Oh, Deavor. Oh, thank you, Deavor, for the raid. Awesome. Edmund Detour, good to see you. Hey, hey. Hey, Camelast. Good to see you. Welcome to stream. Thanks for coming. I know I just saw you on Twitter say that you're gonna stay for the earrings, and I have a whole thing. I have a whole presentation. Well, not really a whole presentation, but like a 5-minute quick thing about the stones that are in these. Because it's one of my favorites. I said that last week, and I'll say it this week again. Last week I showed my carnelian earrings, and talked a little bit about carnelian. And this week we're talking about these semi-precious stones, and I'll talk a little bit more about them. So, Ronald Dragster, hello. Cosmo43, hey hey. Judith Butler's Lover, hello. Missed you last week. We did play the trailer, but it's good to see you. Every week we'll play the trailer. And so yes, welcome to the stream. This week is an art stream. Last week was an art stream. Next week should be a music stream. We'll see. Furoi, heyo, good to see you. Yeah. This week, so we're doubling up on the art stuff for scheduling reasons. But I do have fun things to show. For instance, I'll show the earrings. I'll talk about the earrings, and we'll do some art tonight. You know, as much as we usually do, which tends to be not much, but what are you going to do? Updates. Developer updates. Yeah, I am still working on the parses. I'm adding text parses to Chapter 4. You know, when new things happen in the game, you know, the characters have new things to talk about and everything, so I'm working on that a little bit. And then I have to do some testing and then move on to other stuff. Fractal Mind Mike, good to see you. Yes. It's earrings and makeup stream. Well, the makeup is the usual Pat McGrath Celestial Mothership palette that I love so much. And the lipstick is by MAC. It's called Chili, and it's it's like a warm red color, which I tend to favor the warm red colors. So yes. It's a gorgeous palette. I ordered it at Sephora, and I've always kind of been interested in Pat McGrath makeup stuff, but it is expensive. But the Celestial Mothership is pretty good value for your money, as far as those things go. And the eyeshadow is actually probably the best eyeshadow quality I've ever seen. And some of them have like a duochromatic kind of sheen look to them. You know how there's some cars that have that duochrome paint where you look at it at different angles and it has different colors in it? Well, the palette has some of those colors, and so it's actually really easy to make something look decent with it. I'm not really a makeup artist or anything, but the quality of the eyeshadow is such that it kind of helps that quite a bit. Yes, Chili is an ironic name. Well, it's Chili as in Chili. Chili. Yes, that's Chili, Judith Butler's Lover, right? Yes. I think Pat McGrath is. I think it is cruelty free. I'm not 100% sure. I think MAC tends to be, but I haven't checked that in ages. I haven't really bought MAC makeup in a really long time. This is really old lipstick. And yes, the mug. Very matchy. So. That's a developer update. Yeah, I'm still working on Chapter 4. Actually, I kind of finished up some stuff on an unannounced project that I can't talk about yet. So I finished up quite a bit of that stuff. It's pretty much done. So I'll be able to spend basically all my time now on Crimson Diamond stuff as of this week, which is really exciting because I've just been using a lot of my time and energy toward all these other projects. But now that's all I have on my plate, and I'm kind of crossing my fingers / not crossing my fingers for nothing else really cool to come along to take up my time. But yes, so Crimson Diamond all the way from this point on, hopefully. Yes. Okay, here we go. So, personal update. Today, I got the COVID vaccine. I'm really pleased with it. Um, it's nice to know that I have even just the one. The next one will be scheduled for 4 months time, but it's really good just to have that first one go down. Yes, thank you. Here's my Fauci ouchie. Yes. Is Nancy's hair color choice because of your red attraction? Actually, Nancy's hair color choice, of course, has a lot to do with the Colonel's bequest and how Laura Bow's hair is red. And so when I created Nancy as a sprite, I wasn't even thinking about making a game. I just made a little character, and she happens to have red hair, I guess, because of the Laura Bow character. But I think it actually really fits with the game because the game's called the Crimson Diamond, and and Nancy is a redhead, and her parents were from Ireland, and so I think it all really fits really well. Actually, in the end, it fits really well. Although I certainly did not intend that in the beginning. Yes, we don't have Fauci in Canada. We have a bunch of other people, but it's just it's the same idea. But yes, really super pleased, relieved with that, and yeah. So it just feels like moving forward with something, which is nice because it's for the longest time I kind of was looking around for appointments and bookings and getting on lists and everything, and you kind of feel stalled in that. But yeah, I feel really fortunate to have gotten the chance. So yes. Oh, Sakana Cow, good to see you. And Gemini does everything. You love the quilt. This, yes. Oh, my mom made this. My mom made this. It's more than 1,000 little squares, quarter-inch squares, and the colors are amazing. And she happened to have all those colors on hand, all those. So it's kind of amazing that that she made that for me. I feel so lucky. Yes, yes. My mom is a legend. She, yeah, I could not be happier with it. And I keep saying I cannot wait for events to be a thing again because I cannot wait to bring it and put it up. And it's so perfect. Not only because it's from my mom, so whatever my mom does is kind of perfect, but it's a cozy mystery. The Crimson Diamond is a cozy mystery. I guess this is probably a good time to introduce myself. I'm Julia Minamata. Welcome to stream. Making I'm making an adventure game, a cozy mystery adventure game set in Northern Ontario, in the ghost town of Crimson. And it's a text parser adventure game, kind of like the old Sierra games from the late 80s and early 90s. And it looks retro, it sounds retro. Every other week, Dan Pollicker, who's the musician on the project, he is composing live on stream the music for the game with a genuine Roland MT32. And so next week, that we'll hopefully be doing more of that. Hey, SH Don, good to see you. Welcome to stream. Welcome back to stream. Yeah, it's super eye-catching. She's amazing. She's amazing. But yeah, so that's me. That's the game. I guess I'll show the trailer now, and then we can move on to talking more about the earrings. And I have a little slideshow prepared, just talking about Malachite. It is Malachite, and how much I love it, and some really cool ways it's been used throughout history. So yes, we'll get into that. And then we'll do a little bit of art, which art streams. It's funny because Dan actually gets stuff done on the music streams. He will get a track done somehow, in between showing us stuff from his cool big box collection, and just talking about whatever else. He gets stuff done, and I gotta hand it to him because we don't get a heck of a lot done on the art streams. But a lot of you guys already know that. Thank you, JBL. You're new here and you have one question. What is a Roland MT32? You're gonna have to wait until next week, JBL, to get the answer to that. So, but yes, let's move on to the trailer. So this, if you're unfamiliar with the type of game that this is, the trailer should give you a pretty good idea of the kind of gameplay you can expect and the kind of things you'll be doing. It is a mystery, and you get sent on assignment to Crimson, Ontario to investigate a diamond claim. And you stay at Crimson Lodge while you're there. And of course, Crimson Lodge is full of a bunch of other interesting characters who have their own agendas. And you get to find out about those agendas, hopefully. Okay, so Oh yes, and Nightbot has just put the links down. There is a website. There is a Steam store if you're interested in the game at all. There is a playable demo of Chapter 1. There's going to be 7 chapters in the game. I finished Chapter 4, but like I said, I'm testing it and adding text parsers and stuff to it. So that's still a work in progress, but it's pretty much done. And yeah, there is a dev blog. Every month I do a Crimson Gazette where I talk about stuff that I've been doing with the game, and maybe media stuff if it got into any articles, the game, and a rock factor too, if I can find it, and Craft Corner, which I've been bad about, but now that we have the earrings going again, I have something to show for Craft Corner, at least this month. Yes, please, Fractal Mind Mike, please do post a link to the YouTube video, which is a Sierra cassette tape advertising the MT32. Yes, Roland MT32 is a vaccine. It's the best vaccine. It protects against, I don't know. I was going to say nostalgia, but it is total nostalgia, right into the veins. It protects against sound blasters. Crimson Lodge was a jewel thief hideout before being converted to a B&B. Interesting theory. It's a nostalgia booster. Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Gemini does everything perfect. Okay, so we're going to run the trailer, and then we're going to talk about the earrings, and then we're going to get down to a little bit of work, I guess. If it comes down to it. Yes, SH Down perfect. The Roland MT32 is a vaccine that protects against PC speaker tinnitus. I don't know what the side effects are. Side effects would be, I guess, technical issues, hardware incompatibility. We can ask Dan about the side effects. Yeah, exactly. Dave, we'll work if we have to, I guess. We don't get much done here. Don't worry, we will not get a lot done. But let us put the Canadian folk tunes on hold, play the trailer, and then we'll do a little slideshow about Malachite, one of my favorite semi-precious gemstones, and then we'll do a little bit of work. So, stay tuned.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okay, back. Why is the camera out of... Okay, it's better now. Okay, yes, the 32-bit kid. Losing a pile of money is one side effect to the Roland MT32 vaccine. Yeah, Dan was talking a few weeks ago. Dan was talking about how he was bidding on a Roland MT32 that cost more than that one he has, and it's broken. And my question obviously was, why do you need another MT32? And he had no answer for that. So I think another side effect to owning a Roland MT32 is the desire for more Roland MT32s. Don't know. I don't have first edition. I don't know. Yeah, no answer. I don't even remember what his answer was, but it was probably just weak excuses. The real question is, why MT32? Okay. Oh, Dan wants surround sound. He wants a stereo sound Roland MT32. Could be. Okay, so let's talk about Malachite, one of my favorite semi-precious stones. Carnelian, we talked about last week. Favorite for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's a beautiful red gemstone. Second of all, red, warm red, which you see is kind of a thing around here. But Malachite has been a favorite of mine too for a very long time. Yes, Malachite. So let's get into that. And here's a close-up of the earrings that I'm currently wearing. That are these. And these are actually, and oh yeah, another reason I like carnelian so much is because they they are not that expensive and they look really beautiful. Same can be said for malachite. Malachite's a little bit more expensive. The carnelian earrings that I showed you guys last week were the same exact size as these ones, 18 millimeter, which are about 0.7 inch cabochons. And the carnelian ones, I believe the unit price was maybe $7 each, or $7 for two, something like that. Not too expensive. But malachite, these malachite 18 millimeter cabochons were a little bit more expensive. They were $11.47 each. We're not, and they're a considerable size. They're a considerable size. So $11.47 is not a crazy expense. And then the earring settings are probably about for the earring post and the back, and the setting here is probably all together maybe $1.50. So we're talking $13 an earring, I suppose, which is not cheap. Which is not cheap when you think about the material cost. But if you make them yourself, yeah, you don't have to worry about labor and stuff. Oh, Judith Butler's lover. Good night, Judith Butler's lover. I'm so sorry we didn't answer your question to the fullest extent this week, but have a great night. It was good to see you. So let's go on to the Malachite presentation that I've prepared. And why do I like Malachite? I think it's pretty clear why I love Malachite. It's a beautiful green color. If you love green gemstones, if green is your favorite color, you're gonna love Malachite. The banding is just a really great way to enjoy many different colors of green at the same time, and it's a beautiful effect. Yes. Yeah, Dan wants to buy. Maybe he wants to buy them all. I don't know, but yes, Malachite. So let's go on to this. So this is a picture of an old Malachite mine, and what I mean by old, I'm just looking at my notes here. This Malachite mine is from the Neolithic era. It's a Malachite mining complex on the Great Orme in Britain. It was active 3,800 years ago. So it was the mining ended. The Malachite mining ended here 600 BCE is when it ended. But so this is extremely old. So this is another one where humans have been mining malachite for a long time. But I think at the beginning they were using it for ornamental purposes, but they were also using it as a source of iron ore. They would produce copper metal. They would produce copper metal from malachite somehow, because the reason malachite is so green is there's copper in it. Copper carbonate hydroxide is the chemical composition of malachite, and so copper gives that beautiful green color. And here is one of the ways that that malachite can kind of be seen. This does not look like the banding that we saw, but what happens is this is a fairly uncommon way to see malachite. I'll show you an example of the more common ways that we see it. But malachite can be combined with other semi-precious stones. So this is azura malachite, which is azurite and malachite combined. Yes, this is beautiful. And it can be combined with other things, but I think commonly it's azurite and malachite can be commonly found together. But this is kind of how we tend to see malachite samples when you see them in stores or wherever. So the outside you can see is this bulbous formation. It forms in caverns, and the formation type is called botryoidal, which is grape-like clusters. And so it's kind of bulbous looking, but when you cut it open, you get this beautiful banded effect. Yeah, these colors. Yeah, the colors of the blue and the green are really nice. And here is what we commonly see when we see cut and polished malachite. Just a side note, if you're thinking, you'd like to work with malachite and you'd like to polish malachite, a warning, copper dust is very poisonous, so don't dry polish malachite. It's very bad for you. Just before I forget, don't do it. Yeah, the malachite is lumpy, but yeah, you can get depending on how the banding forms, you can get beautiful just straight across banding like my earrings have, or you can get this other type. It's called bullseye formation malachite. we have. So here's another beautiful example of that. Concentric circles. Yeah, it's super rad looking. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. And this color green is one of my favorite color greens. It's kind of a blue green. Yeah, and this is another example of bullseye malachite. So we might see some of this, where it's cut and polished down to a certain level, and then you get these beautiful eye shapes. Yep, super good, super good. I can't get enough of this stuff. And there's been carvings made with it, of course, too. So it's all kind of very beautiful stuff. The one thing about malachite, though, is it's got a Mohs hardness of about 3.5 to 4. So it's not really recommended for jewelry that will see hard wear. So people tend not to recommend it for rings or bracelets or things like that. It's much more suited towards something like earrings, where it's not being scraped against other surfaces, because 4 is actually rather soft. And this this is a malachite pigment. Malachite pigment was used. Oh, Ambersine, 11 months. Wow, thank you for the subscription. Yeah, you never think it was so pretty to look at it just that way, but yeah, malachite is a paint pigment, and it's actually a really good paint pigment. Besides the fact that it is very toxic, besides that fact, it's actually a really good paint pigment because it's a light fast paint pigment, so it doesn't fade in sunlight, which is really important. Although malachite as a paint pigment didn't really get that popular in Europe. It was used more in China and Japan. So let's take a look here. So what we have here, this is a portrait from 1824, and this blue-green color you're seeing here is from malachite-based paint. And it's bright as ever. So this thing, yeah, 1824, that's not too long ago, I suppose. But in the Renaissance, malachite paint started to be used, but it never really took off too much because there were alternatives that Europe had, I think. But I think it's a beautiful color. You can see. Goemon-sama, good to see you. Welcome back to stream. Yeah, I'm just giving a brief presentation on malachite and how much I love it, and some of the uses it's had through the years. We have here the green on the bottom here. This is from 1380, and the green is partially malachite pigment, and this is tempera paint. Yeah, it really does. It stands out quite well, and this is quite a long time ago, but it still remained pretty vibrant. Then we have this. This is from the Ghent altarpiece between 1425 1432. And look at this green. This is thanks to the malachite pigment as well, and it's kind of fantastic. This is by the Van Eyck brothers, or Van Eck brothers, Hubert and Jan, I suppose. And yeah, it's been used in paint, but not as much as you would think. Not as much as, for instance, lapis lazuli as ultramarine pigment. That one is way more well known in Europe. Next. This is a Renoir from 1881 to 1882, approximately. Chrysanthemums, and yeah, unfortunately it didn't really catch on because they had unfortunately, but it didn't really catch on as a pigment because they had other alternatives. But it is quite lovely. Oh, SH, you've seen this one in real life, or are they worshipping sheep? I think they are. Yeah, I'm not sure what the iconography of that is, but yes, it seems like they're pretty happy with that sheep in particular. But yeah, so you've seen this in real life. SH John, where's it at? Is it at British Museum or something? Or British Art Gallery? Oh, Ghent is an hour's drive. Oh, sweet. That thing's beautiful. Judge Khan, hello. Welcome to stream. We're going to get down to some art eventually. Well, I say that now, but we're looking at a Renoir. But what I mean is we'll get down to actual pixel art soon. And this is the famous Malachite Room in this used to be in the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg, Russia. They created the Malachite Room once the Jasper Room burnt down, and this is kind of amazing. Oh, Luke from Twitter, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, so yeah, we're just going over this malachite. Beautiful, like malachite these gigantic, luxurious chunks of malachite. So these pieces are now in the Hermitage Museum, and everything is kind of still as it is. Yeah, this looks incredible. This looks amazing. Um, yeah, I don't know how practical having a malachite topped table would be because, like I said, it's a Mohs hardness of 3.5 to 4. So don't put anything on that table that's harder than a 4. Like, don't put your keys on that table. You can put paper on it, I guess. But yeah, be careful. Oh, maybe it does have a glass cover. Good point. More from the malachite area, I suppose, from the Winter Palace. Some kind of coating, yeah. Sometimes they use a kind of wax to enhance the appearance of malachite as well. If there are some surface imperfections to kind of give it a shine. That's entirely possible. More ridiculous amounts of malachite. It's gorgeous. And I've got some close-ups, I think, of some of the texture of this. This is a very famous, gigantic urn. And we can see again how fabulous the color is, the patterning. Yeah. It's really something else. Yeah. This is why I love malachite. It's so unique. The surface that it creates is so unique. And just beautiful. Here's more. The gold, that's why I used gold for my earrings as well. The gold and the green just really set each other off so nicely. And these ridiculous doors. I love it. I love it. Amazing. And the fact that they got, you know how when you have wood grain? Like, I'm not sure if this is just, like paneling on top of the door or what. These cannot be solid. I don't know. But how they have the facing, when they do facing wood. If Anna CGG was here, she could tell us what that was called. Like, I think it's called book something. Yeah, so when they do that with wood, they'll have the wood grain be mirror images of each other. It looks like they've accomplished that with these malachite doors, which just about accomplished that with these malachite doors. It looks like, and that's really something else. Yeah, yes, like Technicolor in real life. I love. Well, I mean, I think you can tell from the color palette I'm using for the Crimson Diamond how much I love bright, bold colors. So my favorite semi-precious gemstones are the ones with the bright, bold colors. And malachite is definitely one of those. And yeah, here's just a more opulence, more ridiculous, beautiful opulence. And here's malachite is often used in beads, and so these are some genuine malachite beads. It's just a picture I found on the internet. Yes, Anna, help tell us what that's called when you have facing wood panels that are mirror images of each other. It's called book something, I think. Bookends or book something. Anyway, yeah, so these are malachite beads, and the reason I want to show these is because malachite is really not that expensive, but it is not, it's not very hardy. So they do have simulated malachite on the market, and I wanted to show examples of genuine versus simulated in case you ever see some. It's actually pretty easy to tell the difference. The previous one reminded you of the room you started in The Witcher 3, this one? I've not played those games. Well, look at that. Like, I think that's a rock crystal screen or something, dressing screen or something, whatever this is. Kind of amazing. Okay, so these are simulated malachite beads. You can find these. I've seen something like this in craft stores, and you can see that it just really doesn't compare to the real stuff. And yeah, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. I don't try to be negative usually when I talk about stuff, but it's actually upsetting to me to see this because it's just the worst. Let's go back to the natural ones. Oh, really, really, really nice. So, if you go to a craft store and you see something that says malachite, just take a closer look. It's not that hard to tell. Yeah, the artificial ones have fewer shades. The banding is different. Yeah, it's like they did. It's like they didn't even try. That's what it feels like, and that'll bring me to my own attempt at creating simulated malachite because I thought surely I can do better than this. Here is real malachite again, in a bracelet form. Here's fake malachite in a bracelet form. Jim Plays Games has a very good point. Making convincing looking fake malachite is probably more expensive than just getting some malachite. That's probably true, because I have made fake malachite that does look better, and it is a good deal of trouble. And their palette is pretty small for Roy. And it does look like costume jewelry. Not that that's a bad thing necessarily, because I love costume jewelry. But when you just look at this simulated malachite and know what the real stuff looks like, it's one of the worst fakes I've seen of something. You want to make fake malachite dice, they avoid. They're really, it's tricky. It's tricky, but it can be done. Yes, malachite Adlib versus MT32. Okay, so again, here's another example of simulated malachite. Ooh. What about real malachite dice? Well, you'd come upon that problem that I was saying about how it would show wear easily. Although maybe if you coated it with resin or something like that, it would work okay. This is slightly better, but it is still pretty obviously fake. But yeah, if you want, I guess if you wanted malachite beads in a bracelet, this is the way to do it, is to do the simulated malachite, potentially. Okay. And here's my attempt at fake malachite. So this is with polymer clay. So this is with like a kind of a sculpey kind of material. I used the alcohol ink to dye many different colors of green. And then what I do is you kind of roll it out and stretch it out, and you layer it so that you get this, you can pull it and layer it out to be quite thin. And I looked a lot at real malachite to try to get the colors right, and because the banding doesn't just go, usually it doesn't go abruptly from dark to light, there is a bit of a gradation. So this is my attempt at the malachite, and it was a fun challenge to do, although there's not real, the benefit to making your own is that you can make it any shape you want without worrying about cutting and polishing your own malachite, which, as I said, is very poisonous. So that is an advantage. The disadvantage is sculpey, polymer clay, that type of thing, it's very soft, and so it will show wear very easily. And you can polish these to rather a nice shine, but the end result would be, you just have to be really careful in how you use it. If you use them in earrings and stuff, then that'll be okay. And here's just an example of what it looks like in the necklace that I've made. So you just get a better idea, hopefully, of what that looks like. And I tried to make fake carnelian as well. That's what the red hearts are. And you can do that as well by using translucent polymer clay and red alcohol ink. So that's that. That was a whole craft project. I became obsessed with duplicating semi-precious stones in polymer clay for about a summer, I would say. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm glad you think it looks good. And here it is from further away. You can see on the top leaf, you can see they are quite shiny. You can sand and polish them to give a nice shine. And so it will kind of look like malachite. So I think I've got the technique down. I just have not revisited it. Yes, like an alchemist trying to make gold. Yeah, I just I got kind of obsessed with it, because this necklace actually is a necklace I really like. That's made by Van Cleef and Arpels. It's their Lucky Alhambra collection, and the necklace that really exists in real life of this costs $30,000 Canadian, and so I will never own it. So I wanted to make my own version. So I wish I kind of gave a photo of the Lucky Alhambra necklace, but it has these same carnelian and mother of pearl, malachite, and tiger's eye stations, what they're called, but super expensive. Yeah. And I made a gold version as well. The gold one started to tarnish a bit because it was made of, I think, gold-plated brass or something. So I made two versions. I made a gold version, I made a silver version. Oh, nice. Green, yeah, sea glass is beautiful too, for Roy. Yeah. Sea glass is one of those things that people have sort of obsessively collect. Is there malachite and crimson diamond? No, there is not. There is not. The malachite and crimson diamond would be kind of weird looking because EGA only has two greens. And here is the gold version of that necklace. I made two versions even. I was I was all over the place with it. I really got into it. And here are some real carnelian and malachite beads that I have. Um, just I strung them with embroidery thread because I like the way the color shows through in the between each bead. I knotted it. So this is the real carnelian, kind of like carnelian from last week, and then real malachite here. Yes, Hunter 1043. Yeah, malachite rendered in gorgeous EGA would be the bright green and the dark green. Maybe some dithering. It would not look good. Yeah, exactly. It would be hard to draw with the pixel art palette. Hey, Andrew Gray 26. There is a diamond. Yes, there is a diamond. A very nice one. And here are some malachite earrings that I do have. Those are real malachite beads, and which I actually have. I'll show some of this stuff. And we're back here. So that is the journey of malachite. It's used as a paint pigment in jewelry. It was once used to actually get copper ore, which can't have been that efficient. But they've since found better ways. Yeah. So that is that. Let's go back to the big screen. And yeah, I'm going to show. So here are those other malachite earrings, and here is. It's not still used in paint pigments because they found cheaper and safer alternatives. Hey, Grusak PD, want to sell malachite for 15 copper. This is the necklace with the fake malachite and stations here that I've made. The silver one just ended up looking better because it didn't get tarnished. But I wish I could show you the way the light shines. Yeah, you can see this. It's translucent. The light does go through. The fake carnelian. And the fake mother of pearl uses pearlescent mica powder. You can't really see it. Anyway, so that's this. Oh, it's a material used by orcs in the Elder Scrolls. Very strange. But yeah. And I never wear this. It's too fancy. It's too fancy to wear. And I don't usually double string it, but if I don't do this, then you won't see it because it'll just be below camera. No. Kind of got to arrange it so that it's mirrored and it's messing me up. Oh. Anyway, you get the idea. Kind of a mess. You kind of have to play with it. You don't want the two red ones lining up. too fancy to wear. It immediately wears it. Yeah, but I would usually just wear it as a long strand. Belongs in a museum. Okay, yeah. So that's what it would just look like. What the heck? I'll wear it today. But we should show the leaves like that. Great. Okay. Too fancy to wear. Let's wear it on stream. Why not? Okay. That's that. And I think it's finally time to do work. It's 8:45. Let's do some work. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Yay, pixels. Okay, let's do this. Control 8 is now Photoshop. Okay. Alright, yell at me if you don't get Photoshop, because sometimes I forget to switch it. So, oh no, I didn't forget. I just showed my screen. Okay. This is what we were at before with all this. And actually, I wanted to try just drawing on the Wacom tablet with a regular old brush. This was kind of acting up today when I was testing it, so we'll see what we can get out of it. Hey, Albionium! Good to see you. Oh, Canada. Okay. The problem I found with That's actually, yeah, I see what's happening with the brush here. It's very strange, and it has to do with the kind of load I'm putting the computer on, which is strange. Yes, Andrew Gray 26. It's Crimson Tuesday, and you're here for it. Happy Crimson Tuesday. But look at this. This is very odd because if OBS is not open, this works fine. But you can see the weird brushstrokes I'm getting out of this. Yes, finishing the bucket is on the bucket list. And the thing, what I believe is the problem is, I'm using the Wacom Studio Mobile Studios built-in video card for this because, for some reason, if you try to use the extra video card that's in the Wacom, and you try to stream full screen, it just won't show. It just shows as blank. Oh, it's Crimson Wednesday. We can work with that. Happy Crimson Wednesday, Andrew Gray. It's Tuesday, Cthulhu. Yeah, the computer is sending a Morse code signal saying, "Please kill this process." See, I wanted to show some actual drawing, but I can't. I can't show you guys drawing unless I go slow. Like really. So that's the problem. Is one of the things I wanted to do with the mobile studio was I wanted to show you guys actual drawing on a screen. But what with all the everything, it just doesn't want to do it. You can make a decent tree bark texture, yeah, but like this is, and it's worse now that I'm streaming. When I was just recording, it was fine. Well, not fine, but it was manageable. But this is not really good, unfortunately. So I can't really draw with you guys on stream, like actual draw. That's something we're gonna have to look into, unfortunately. And I did change the output for the video. It's now running at 30 FPS. The bitrate is 2500 BPS. So unfortunately, that's a problem here. Is there enough ink in the stylus? Thank you, Alpionium. Good point. There should be a way of lowering the processing load of OBS so it leaves enough for the drawing. Yeah, sorry, Dave. Well, yeah, pixel art is real drawing, but pixel art is more like, for me, pixel art is more like cross stitching, where you kind of are doing discrete pixels here and there, and not doing so much the curve thing. I'm sure there's something I can play with, but yeah, I wish to show actual drawing, well, I can't really call it that, but so that'll be something for the future. But today we are back here with this fellow. Can you set thread priority and task manager? Can I? Traditional digital art, yes, that's what we'll call it. Power usage very high. OBS high. What are we talking about here? Resource values? No. If anyone knows how I can make this better, please chime in. But yeah, the GPU can't use the Photoshop CS2 cannot use the 3D GPU because full screen mode does not work. Yeah. Details. Okay. We have OBS. Tech support. No, we're not doing work. We're doing tech support. That's a form of work. Details. Oh, set priority maybe. Set priority to low or below normal. Will that do it? Okay, set priority to below normal. Okay. Do you want to change the priority of OBS 64EXE? Changing the priority of certain processes could cause system instability. Okay, and set Photoshop to higher. Set priority. High. Yes. Now, okay, let's try that. Uh-oh, did VLC crash? Okay, VLC did not crash. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's the same problem. VLC using too much Sonneveld. Is VLC using too much memory? Let's take a look. VLC is very low. Details. Might be a problem with video RAM rather than CPU load. VLC. VLC. Oh, it just crashed. VLC just crashed. Well, now that VLC has crashed, does the stylus work better? Ugh, it works a little better maybe. How strange. Yes. Yes, Jim plays games. The VLC process got nervous when it was being watched. Because I'm telling you guys, this, when I have no OBS open or anything, the stylus behaves completely normally. Yes, exactly, Sonnenfeld. It just went away. It got scared, as you guys said. So, is there a Wacom Is there a Wacom process you could set in real time? I wonder. Processes. There is the desktop center, which I don't need. Let's look. I said we would do art today. Well, we will, because the pixel art kind of works okay. Can you lower the brush spacing to help? Okay. So right now there is shape dynamics. The only oh, there's smoothing. Maybe if I turn off smoothing, what happens? Well, I didn't want smoothing anyway. But shape dynamics. The brush, there is not really, but if I set the minimum diameter to something higher, you know, like it will not cut out, but it will just, now the minimum is the minimum, which is now 18 instead of 0. So, anyway, looks like we're not doing that today. Oh, under brush tip. Okay, let's see. Brush tip shape. Okay. Spacing. Oh, why spacing? You might be right. Nope. That was a good try, Furoi. That was a really good try. Now we have a different looking problem. No spacing. That was a very good idea. Yeah. Yep. I can't remember what the hardness was set to before. Okay, I made it worse. I made it worse. Oh. I don't remember what this was at. Does anyone remember what this was at? Okay, we're gonna leave this, I think. We're gonna leave that for now. We're gonna forget about it. Enable the spacing checkbox. Yeah, I just re-enabled it. Yes. Yeah, use transparencies. Yeah, I remember overhead projectors. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, oh, that was one nice brush stroke, wasn't it? Anyway, as I said, that was not on that was not on the table today. Anyway, we're just gonna leave that be. We're gonna move on to pixel art. It's only 8:56. Oh, and let's turn back on VLC Media Player. Okay, here we go. Get back here. Okay. We're gonna go back into this, and so last week I left off on this piece where we're just doing some really straightforward cleaning up of these tree shapes just to define them better and get them all working. That's what we're doing today. Something super simple. Even the Wacom can do it. Although I have to say I can't help but be just a little bit disappointed that that the tech is not working exactly how I want it to be. Oh, and Fractal Mind Mike says you may want to revert priority settings for OBS if you think it might be unstable. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Just put things back the way they were. Of course, I don't remember what they were now. Ooh. Normal. Photoshop with normal. Let's just keep Photoshop at high. Everything looks good, sounds good. Okay, we'll just stick with that. Okay. Oh, Cosmic Void 3. Right arm, our perspective is spot on, but I feel the left one is a bit too small or short. Left one. Left one's a bit small? Could be. We're gonna do trees for now. We're gonna just have a relaxing tree time, then we might deal with the guy in a little bit. Alright. He's got a really big head. I might make the head smaller. Eventually. But we're gonna do something very non-challenging right now. Because, and I was gonna try to put away the keyboard and just use the Wacom tablets. Lots of radial menus and buttons. Happy little trees. So let's just let's try to just use the Wacom's mini buttons. And so this was brush, this was eyedropper, this was switch. Okay. Those are the ones I've been using for the most part. So. Right. So yes, we're just going to do some of this really relaxed. Nothing too challenging for the computer. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to turn off pressure sensitivity for this. Shape dynamics. Turn off everything. Okay, better. So. That's about that. Deluxe Tux, you're a perfectionist as much as the next person, but at some point tweaking Mr. Doug has diminishing returns. It's true. But I feel maybe making his head smaller is not that hard of a thing to do. And yeah, I mean, we got to keep in mind for sure that this piece is going to be seen. Oop, I don't want to undo. This piece is going to be seen, for very little time altogether. So we got to, yeah, keep that in mind for sure. Working on Doug is barking up the wrong tree. Ugh. This is not a Dan stream. We don't get away with stuff like that here. You don't. Oh, Bob Ross. Happy little trees. We're just gonna, do a little bit of this. See how far we get. And then, do some music next stream. We'll probably go today 10:30 maybe, depending on how I'm feeling. My arm's starting to get a little bit sore, but just a little bit. Nothing to really comment on. Ooh! Dave Ware tweeted an EGA Bob Ross head. Nice. I think last music stream Dan was doing some beautiful outdoor music for the game, and I think next week's music stream will be maybe some interior music. Kind of cozy mystery feel is what we're gonna go with. But I'm not sure when it would play. We kind of said at the top of the game when you just but there is a ragtime piece there now. At least in the working version, there's a ragtime piece that's quite nice that Dan kind of composed. So I'm not sure when it'll be incorporated, but we were talking about how a lot of the music that we've been composing on stream has been really kind of tense and scary or mysterious, and I think we're losing some of that cozy mystery tone. So we need to start incorporating it somewhere to give it that feel. Oh, SH Done, you saw my wool ball card in Inspector Waffles? Awesome. Yeah, I bought Inspector Waffles. If anyone hasn't yet, I heartily recommend, because I played the demo and it was adorable. It's a mystery game by another solo game dev. And I contributed art in it. And actually, it's the first game that has been released that has my art in it out of any other game. So it beat out the Crimson Diamond. It beat out Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator and everything else that I've been kind of working on in terms of having my art actually be in a game that's for sale. Davor wants to know what's in the Sound Bible for Cozy Mystery. What do you mean by Sound Bible? I don't know anything music related, so, and Dan's not here to help. So please explain. I'll try to answer as best as I can. Yes, Eden With, welcome to stream. Yeah, Dan had some scheduling stuff, so he couldn't come this week. But, of course, the first thing I ask him when he says that he can't make it is, can you make next week? And so he seems to be on board for next week. So, I like the music streams a lot. If Dan just played improvised Crimson Diamond theme for an hour and a half every time, I think I would be perfectly happy. And also, Dan can just be relied upon to, talk and talk. And I don't have to worry so much about that. So I like that too. I really appreciate it. And it's actually just a nice way to hang out. A collection of music that are examples of the target. Well, actually, the music that we're listening to right now is a kind of a good example of that in a way. This is the Great Canadian Tune Book, which is MIDI tunes of Canadian folk tunes. So this is something I showed Dan for sure when he was starting on the project, but he's kind of figured out his own sound now. Yeah, I like the two-person streams. I do. I'm still learning these keyboard shortcuts. So this is good too, because I'm figuring out how to work things again. Oh boy. Oh good, Jim plays games you like both. Dan is fun. You say you enjoy the music streams, art streams, both different vibes. Good. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm glad to hear that. Ooh. Yeah. I'm glad we do have that mix of both. No, Dan's a real good sport. Yeah, this part is a bit messy. I'm gonna completely redo. So this is where. Oh. And I always say this when this tune comes on. This was the original theme for the Crimson Diamond until Dan composed his own. Now where did I put the magic wand? Not there. Nope. Nope. Okay. We're gonna start remapping some stuff. Because I do like the magic wand. Express menu, okay. Express key settings. New art stream idea, eating away to make a portrait of Dido using the Dido font or Dido font. Let's see. Tools. Touch rings, on-screen controls. Okay. Express menu. The one that says undo. We're gonna make that the wand. Hold on, you can need the keyboard. Which means that That's fine. So let's try that. Wand. Oh. Okay. And then I usually like to do fill after, so let's make the next one fill. Express menu. Display toggle I never use. Yeah, shakes pen to undo. I use undo so much it should be on the pen. This is fill. Fill? Okay, and then deselect is the next thing I tend to do. So let's make that. Let's make that the next thing. Oops. Clear. What's the, oh yeah, Control D is deselect, I think. Okay, great. But I definitely don't like save where I've put it. It needs to be somewhere else. And I don't use this delete that often here, so I'm gonna put save here. Is this is this interesting? I'm so sorry. Yes! Tom Hardridge's game Lucy Dreaming got funded on Kickstarter. I did see that. That's amazing. Congratulations to him. Yeah, I haven't done Kickstarter. I'm scared to do it. I don't know if I need to do it, so we're going to leave that alone for now. Maybe something in the future. And now that I've done that as being saved, this can be something else. But I don't know what, so we'll just leave it like that for now. Okay. And I'm actually kind of weirdly hungry. So I'm going to leave it on this screen so you guys don't have to watch me eat really big. And I will turn off the mic though. Because who wants that? Hold on. Need to turn off the mic. Yes. Thank you, Pyeth Goat, for the follow. Sorry, I just turned the mic off because I was eating and no one needs to hear that. But yeah, these were last week's earrings that I showed, and you can see actually that the setting is the same because I couldn't really find another setting that I liked as much, so I just got the same kind because it's the same size exactly. Those 18mm cabochons, and they do look delicious. They do look delicious. Yeah, they look like cough drops. And yeah, one of the things about carnelian is the name is based on the word for cherry. I think in Latin, I think it was a kind of cherry. So that's why it kind of looks like that. So yeah, they're this beautiful, inexpensive, brightly colored, semi-precious gemstone, and that's one of the reasons I love it so much. So, mm, okay, we're back. Yeah, so I'm just right now, I'm going through the stages of drawing and seeing what I need to make. What I need to make shortcuts and what, and just optimizing these radial menus that I have. Yeah, I like this. The save button higher up is way nicer. Yes, Pyeth Goat exactly. Lapis would be a beautiful chromatic trio, and I guess this won't be too much of a spoiler to say that was my plan for next week, because I do have beautiful 18mm lapis lazuli cabochons. So with the same setting I have too, and so I've got to work up to actually gluing them into the settings because the carnelian was the cheapest. I think it's $7.12 a unit potentially. The malachite cabochons were about $11.47 per unit. The lapis was a little bit more expensive, so it's hard for me to commit to putting glue all over them. But yeah, I do have that's another one of my favorite semi-precious gemstones because of the amazing color that they have. I love them so much, and that's where that beautiful ultramarine color comes from for a lot of those Renaissance paintings. So yeah, I definitely want to talk about that next. Well, not next week, next art stream actually, because yeah, like we said, next week should be music stream. Oh, sorry, Paith Goat, like scapegoat. You're a tourmaline junkie, like watermelon tourmaline. I think we talked a little bit on this stream. Paith Goat, yes. I love the look of watermelon tourmaline. I don't own any tourmaline. Tourmaline's another one that's a little bit expensive, but I love the color. I love the color of it and the color variations. Maybe I'll look into tourmaline as well. I think this trunk has to be thicker. Yeah, I actually have a lot of probably favorite gemstones. If I had semi-precious gemstones, if I had to pick one, I might say lapis lazuli, maybe. Although it's really hard to say. Did I get? Oh my gosh, I got like fruit juice or something from my peaches on the screen. Oh yes, Dave, or good memory, Labradorite. Yeah, I guess I've got a lot of favorites. Jim plays games. Have a great night. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, even wait. The game is in summer, late summer, and these trees do not have leaves. But yeah, that's something where I need to add that in. I need to add some leaves in. So good point. Deluxe Tux, have a wonderful evening. Have a great. Thanks for coming by. Of course, it's a shame you won't be around to see this. Please totally get done. Well, it's not going to get done tonight, so you're not missing a heck of a lot. Actually, let's take that all the way to the edge there, and magic wand. Use our magic wand. Fill. Oh, whoops. Well, thank you for coming. Good night, good night. Oh, how come it didn't... Oh. Brush. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely not going to finish this tonight. I'm still trying to figure this all out. Maybe... No, it's not working. But yes, I have a lot of favorite semi-precious gemstones I've come to realize. Labradorite, absolutely. Lapis lazuli, malachite. But yeah, I do like the red, blue, green, the bold red, blue, green colors. The trees were in fire. No, I will add leaves to them eventually. Ah, Edenwith, the Glacier National Park in northern Montana, just south of Alberta, has snow well into June. Yeah, I don't know. Northern Ontario, I probably wouldn't. I would say like the part of hold on, I just need to just make sure. Oh, yeah. I just need to I don't envision that there would be snow. So we're kind of gonna be okay there. But I will put leaves on them. I hate putting leaves on trees, so I leave that till the last. I think I'll probably put another one of these evergreen trees here actually. Do that. As Smokey the elephant says, only you can prevent savanna fires. Just rough in one of these evergreen trees. Yeah, Cosmic 43, you also are not. Are you a fan of putting the leaves on the trees? I'm just not good at foliage because my inclination is to try to draw every leaf individually and not consider it as a shape, as part of a whole. That is my problem, and so I end up just drawing every single leaf, which is ridiculous, and just it adds a lot of unnecessary work. So I need to get better at that. Because I'm actually a drawer, not a painter. And I think painters are better at creating those shapes with light and color. And I tend to just want to outline everything with line. Everything gets defined by line, like a Tintin comic or something. And so I should actually see how Tintin handles trees. Oh, you like the forest scenes? Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, the my but I don't know if you'll notice the trees the leaves on the trees are not great. I think my forest scenes tend to have more evergreen trees in them because I find those for some reason way easier to draw. Yes, Goemon Summer, you have the same problem drawing leaves. Yeah, think of them as hair. You don't have to draw every single hair. That's a good point. Yeah, a lot of mine are pine. Yeah. Yeah, the Tintin is beautiful. CGG Rick, good evening. Yeah, I need a fan brush. There probably is a fan brush in a new Photoshop, just not my Photoshop. Good evening, Rick. How's development on Phantom Fellows coming along? How are things with me? Yeah, we tried we tried using the Wacom tablet in the way it's originally intended, which is drawing beautiful continuous lines with beautiful line variation, but that doesn't seem to work because of the hardware requirements required to do so. So we're doing pixel art, which is probably for the best. But yeah, it's going okay. I did another little presentation on presentation about earrings and semi-precious stones. Yes, any way you want to draw a tree, it's still happy. And now we're working on this whole scene. But yeah, how's development coming along? I had no idea Paul was such an amazing artist. It's kind of not fair, actually, when I think about it. Good. I'm glad it's Phantom Fellas is coming along well. Writing most of the story from day 4 on. Nice. Yeah, I love the scary trees in King's Quest 4, for instance. It's hard enough for me to draw regular trees. For instance, what is this branch doing? Why is it like this? I don't know. I'm not crazy about drawing trees, so I should not have set this in a forest. Let's see. Is there anything else fun I could tell you guys? I don't know. What else is fun? I'm getting more semi-precious cabochons in, so I'll be making more jewelry, more earrings. One of them is something called African jade, but it's actually just a beautiful green quartz. And another one is, oh, I've got crazy lace agates, which maybe I'll show next week. Hunter 1043 wants to know what kind of trees are those. Good question. They are the kinds of trees that are easy to draw. They're not specific. They should be specific, but they're not. Yeah, exactly. Well, the underside essay stone should be light rather than the top. Well, I'm kind of trying to do two things, I guess. I was kind of lighting it because of the way that the campfire's lighting it. So I guess that's why I initially did it that way. So I should probably go back to that. Because I was thinking, oh well, it's light, so the light should be coming from the top, but because we have campfire, light should be coming from. Or let's just not do a branch there, and not think about it. Let's just avoid the problem completely. Oh, that's nice. Paul's a fast learner. I wish I was. I've never been. It takes me a long time to absorb new ideas, which is probably why I'm still using Adobe Photoshop CS2. Same, Rick. Yeah. It takes a while to get in there, for me. Let's see. Oh, Rick, as a fellow Canadian, how are you coming along with the vaccine stuff? because I got my first vaccine shot today. And any other fellow Canadians, how's that going? I was super, super lucky because there was a pop-up clinic that I got to go to, and it was just a walk. And I walked there. I got there at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and they gave me an appointment slot for the afternoon, 4:20 in the afternoon, and I just walked there at 4 o'clock. I was out of there at 4:30. It was really good. Super convenient. But I don't know how it is over where you are. You got yours at the end of March? Oh, jealous. Second shot scheduled for mid-July. I don't have, well, I'm in the system and they will be giving me from 4 months from today. How is my arm feeling? It's feeling a little sore now, actually. Not that bad though. Oh, okay, you got yours early because your wife has indigenous heritage. Nice. Yeah, supply has been a bit tricky here in Canada, in Ontario especially. But what they did that was really helpful for my area is my area is actually considered a hotspot where there's more COVID cases than average. So they finally decided to do like a pop-up clinic in my area. So that was really convenient. Oh, you didn't have any muscle soreness? Cosmic 43 did? Oh, wow. Oh, your area is the #1 hotspot in Ottawa? Rick? Oh, boy. Well, good and bad, I suppose. Yeah, just... Yikes. But... Silver lining. But it does feel good to get it. I mean, not physically, but I mean, mentally, it does feel good to get it. I still have weird lag. It's better than on the Surface Pro 2, but I don't know. So is your Rick, is the demo for Phantom Fellows up on Steam? So were so you were a bit under the weather after your first shot. Okay. Well, I only got mine a few hours ago, so hopefully I'll be okay. So let's change the lighting condition of this. This is what takes so long, just doing and redoing things because you forgot why you did them in the first place. Oh, and I made them parallel now. I'm so annoyed. This is why things take forever. Slat Studio, good to see you. What's the artwork agenda for the day? This and only this. Just simple trees. We're not going to deal with the man today because the man has been in a bit of trouble, so I decided we're just going to do something really super simple today and just work on the trees and just trying to get them right because everything needs to be perfect for some reason. Don't ask me why, but they do. And so Okay, so you don't have the demo up yet then, Rick. Okay. Yeah, there's no telling how people are gonna feel. You hear all kinds of stories, so I am hoping the first one I kind of can deal with the first shot decently. Second, we'll see, but second is like ages from now, so it's probably for me gonna be September. I'm just trying to make this look a little bit more dense. So putting some more trees in the background here. Yes, Celeste, you came for the pixels well, you're going to get lots of pixels tonight. Yes, a lot of game devs in chat for some reason. Yes, welcome to any game devs in chat. Please shout out whatever project you have on. Just link whatever you want. It's awesome to see people that are also working on games. Yeah, this is just looking confusing. Yeah, I'm just trying to add depth now. Thank you, CG Rick. It's refreshing that Nancy has a pixel face. So many pixel models these days go with blank faces. Well, she doesn't have many pixels in that face, but yes, she does have them. Oh, cool. You're doing Adventure Game Jam, SH Don. Sweet. Doing a jam is another one of those things that I always say, that's on my list of things I want to do after I finish the Crimson Diamond. After. Just imagine. Who can imagine? I can't. But that's what I tell myself. After the Crimson Diamond, whenever that is, I would like to do Game Jam. In the bold future. So Rick, speaking of the bold future, do you guys have a timeline for completion at all? For Phantom Fellows? And if anyone else has a timeline for anything else, please share. I get encouraged when I hear other people have things that they can finish. Yeah, me and Space Quest Historian can team up. The greatest height differential. I think I reach up to about his elbow. I think that's what we discovered in at PAX. April 2022. Release date tentative and optimistic for the Phantom Fellows. Oh, cool. Gemini does everything. You just launched a new channel, although you do have gameplay videos there. If you want to link it, please do. Yeah, exactly. That's the key. Rick, say that the release date is in April, but just don't say what year. That was my mistake. I said my release date was November 2021. It's I don't know. I really honestly, the longer this goes on, the more I don't think so. But I won't commit to saying no yet. But it's kind of freaky. Cuz November is not that long from now. It's already May. How can it be May? I like May. May's beautiful. The weather is nice. It's improving. It's a bit rainy right now, but the wind, the breezes are cool, and it's not too cold. I can start going jogging again. But I hate that it's May. I hate that it's May. Yeah, we're getting some density now in the because I don't want it to look not like a thick forest. That was a very inefficient sentence. Thank you, Gemini does everything. Channel. Finishing things. It's all about the process, not the destination. Or is that just you rationalizing? Please continue to rationalize. Damn, why wasn't Crimson Diamond coming out in 2019? If you remember the description, you can't prove anything. CGG Rick wants to know if I already have the full story plotted out. Yes, I have all the main stuff, everything plotted out. For the whole thing, I just have to execute. I just have to execute. Yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Broad strokes, and yeah. Oh, nice, CGG Rick. Please link the interview. You interviewed Cosmic 43 and it went live today. That's awesome. I love that there's so many people doing projects. It's the best. And Lucy Dreaming just got kickstarted today, which is awesome. Congratulations. Oh yeah, we mentioned that already. Oh, it's really good. 3 cheers for the adventure game community. Cosmic Void 3, you don't be in a state of panic. I'm sure the interview is awesome. And Rick and Anna and Paul are really great hosts. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I guess, with this. And I don't know. When Rick comes back, I guess I wanted to ask him what other game developers do they have on the on the go, ready to interview. Oh, you're barely in that episode? Oh. Hope you're feeling better. But that's what's so good about having co-hosts is that, you guys can work together in case if something goes wrong or someone's feeling a little under the weather. I feel like I'm getting into a nice mode for this. Just nice and chill, super chill trees. You guys have a really good podcast. And I'm not just saying that because I've been on it. It's awesome. A real change in dynamic from Dan and Julia just making fun of each other. Ah, that's fine, isn't it? That's half the fun. That's half the fun. That's all the fun. Why do you think I show up to those music streams? Call Dan a nerd, give him a hard time. That's what I'm there for. I don't know what you're there for. I'm welcome back anytime. I don't have I don't have anything new to say, unfortunately. And Rick, are you saying that the magic of the CGG podcast is your peerless editing skills? I can accept that. We're getting somewhere. We're definitely getting somewhere. As long as we just stay chill, we're getting somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Slash Studio. Dan is a super nerd, and I am super jealous too. Good tip. Pro tip: if you're super self-critical, you can turn it into a positive by translating that into being a good editor. Yeah, for I don't know, for like the live streams and the video on when I put them on YouTube, I just put them up. I don't really edit anything. I just put it up. Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to video edit anything except just join a couple videos together or trim something off the top. Yes, exactly, eating weight. Yep. Good tips, realizing speech patterns you may have that you did not catch before. Yeah, I always try to be very careful about that. I know there are certain words I use a lot, and I try not to do ums and ahs and things like that for sure. I do listen back occasionally to the streams, at least the first part, just to make sure I'm not being super repetitive. Interesting, Rick. Video is trickier because you can't hide your cuts. I guess I wouldn't even try, but I don't even know how to do cuts, so it's totally fine. Splicing gameplay video to hide cuts. Oh, video editing. I'm so grateful that Dan offered to cut the trailer for the Crimson Diamond. I can't. I have no interest. I have no interest in learning that. The extent of my video editing is making animated GIFs from time to time. Anytime I need to make a video for anything, I just do it in one take. You can edit movies in Photoshop, probably not CS2. You know what? I'm going to put the cup on the other side because, yeah, my arm is a little sore. Oh, Gemini does everything. You'd be happy to help with video editing. Thank you for offering. Thank you so much. I avoid it like the plague, and whenever Dan thinks, oh, we need another version of the trailer, I just roll my eyes at him. But um, he'll probably hopefully take care of whatever we need in that respect. But that's not to say I won't, you know, take you up on that at some point, because it's not going to be me. I have not seen the new martial arts Rickroll. Okay. We need something in this little area here. Slash, do you enjoy doing video editing? Ooh. It's a useful skill. Oops. As much as I like to try to do everything, it's one of those things where it's not going to happen. Oops. Oh, did VLC Media crash again? VLC Media crashed again. Why? Oops, VLC Media Player just crashed. No, I don't want to send a bug report. No. You don't say. CGG, Rick, you enjoy video editing, but that does not mean you're good at it. That's actually one of my big problems that I have with myself is I tend not to enjoy stuff unless I'm good at it, but you can't get good at something from the very beginning. So I need to kind of get over that, I think. Oh, Sled Studio, I cannot believe you do vector EGA artwork. That's that's very impressive. I'm content enough for it just to kind of look like the old stuff. Well, my hat's off to doing the actual vector stuff. Oh wow! Fractal Mind Mike, you're going to be finishing your Colonel's Bequest stream this week. Would I have time to join you for a playthrough of the Crimson Diamond before you continue Colonel's Bequest? Oh, for sure, yeah. Fractal Mind Mike, I think we follow each other on Twitter now, so yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll try to find a time. Okay? Yeah, totally. Let's do that. And it could be either after you're finished. Finish Bequest first. Finish Bequest first, so that it's kind of, not interrupted, and then we'll talk about you streaming. Yeah, Crimson Diamond. No, don't worry about it. Yeah. We'll just after you finish streaming Colonel's Bequest, like totally let me know, and we'll figure it out. Yeah. See, Rick, don't feel bad about you saying learning pencil drawing you try learning pencil drawing every few years. Each drawing takes you hours to look a quarter decent. I know practice makes perfect, but you can't convince yourself to put in the time needed. I am still the same way. It takes me forever for anything to look good, and it's really annoying. It's still to this day. Yeah, exactly. Sonnefeld, you can compare and contrast Colonel's Bequest with Crimson Diamond. Yeah, for sure. They are, of course, they are very similar. I took a lot of pages out of Doug Herring's book for sure with Crimson Diamond. Yeah. We will do that. Hey Molotov Inox, welcome to stream. Thank you. I'm glad you like the work so far. It's coming along. It's slow and steady is what we do here. It's with a lot of other stuff in between. Yeah, I think looking at this. But it's a nice time. We just try to hang out, get a little bit of work done from time to time, and then until next week. But next week will be a music stream, so hopefully we will. Actually. Oh, you like how the moon is drawn? I like a crescent moon, compositionally speaking. It's just, it's more useful. But I'll probably have to redo some of these stars. Oh, nice. You're working on some trees too. Crit Rocket Runner. Good evening. Welcome to stream. I'm glad you enjoy a crescent moon as well. Yeah, it's nice. It kind of directs that eye to where you want it to go. Practically speaking, it's a very convenient moon. Ooh, there's Rygar art. Crit Rocket Runner, your fellow artist. Nice. Pixel art, EGA, limited palette. Oh, missing piece speaker ambient music. Well, we do have the MIDI music that keeps on quitting. If you guys want me to turn it up, just let me know. Oh, Bob Ross paintings as pixel art. You try to keep a limited palette. I just love limited palette art. The more limited, the more I like it, I think. Because you really have to be really thoughtful about what you do. That's exactly Marasimus. The fewer choices, the more they matter. And I keep saying, another thing I want to do when I finish the Crimson Diamond, whatever that is I would love to do a little game in CGA and another game, a little game in kind of AGI CR art, that double wide pixel art. Or like a black and white game or something. That Apple II graphics look like World of Horror has. I would love to do something like that. Nice! Crit Rocket Runner, you did one in CGA? 4 versions for each CGA palette. Well, I gotta show you my CGA piece. I'm apologies to anyone who's tired of me showing this, but Crit Rocket Runner mentioned CGA, and I love CGA so much. We're gonna show my CGA piece. If I can find it. Can I find it? If I can find it, I will show my CGA piece. The hot dog piece, yeah, exactly, Eden Wave. Do a monochrome. Where's the hot dog piece? What did I do with it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. So that, yeah, I only did one version of this piece in CGA. One CGA version. I love CGA so much. It's the most ridiculous palette imaginable, isn't it? Yes, CGG Rick Oberdin. I played in like that kind of subdued white and black look. With 1 pixel, you can make a Simon game. Yeah, that's true. And I love Oberdin for so many reasons. I love everything about it. Yeah, Oberdin looked great. It was gorgeous. So, this is my one CGA piece that I finished. Oh, please do, Crit Rocket Runner. Yeah, I love when people share art. So why don't we work on the other side of this tree thing now? Thank you, awesome. Yeah, no spoilers for Oberdin, but it is a gorgeous game. Everything about it is amazing. Oh, fisherman, we'll get to you. Sweet. Let's see if I can check it out. Oh, cool. What? Molotov Inox or Inox? You used to see a channel that plays Crime Abbey on Mondays. It's this 1988 CGA game based on In the Name of the Rose. Are you kidding? Holy cow. I gotta look this up right now. I'm gonna look it up on my phone so I don't forget. That's really cool. Crime Abbey. What a name. It's a little... It's not as elegant as In the Name of the Rose. Open this Twitter thing. Open. Oh, I love that. Crit Rocket, those are awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna open it in browser so I don't lose it. Those are great. Love it. Oh, good night, CGG Rick. Yeah, thanks for the wishes on my arm. It's just a little sore, nothing too bad. That's amazing. Crime Abbey, CGA. Crime Abbey, I love the name. Okay, Crime Abbey. I can't find it. Tita Freda. Okay, it took 12 hours to hit you. I will watch out for that. Crime Abbey. When I just look up Crime Abbey, there's a game, but it's not CGA. It says the Abbey of Crime. That does look like it's In the Name of the Rose. Because I see a little Christian Slater and a little Sean Connery. Oh, it's great. It's so cute. Yes, Molotov Inox. I see that game you're talking about. Yes. There looks to be an EGA version. Or, no, maybe not EGA, but some kind of limited palette. That is really cool. This is so cool. And I see some of them have a really limited palette. Yeah, I'm seeing one that's EGA. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. Thank you. Okay, wow. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I learned something new today. It was made by a programmer and an architect. Just gets better and better. Thank you. That's thrilling. Oh, I love finding out about new games. And there's actually someone on Twitter that is making screenshots of what a LucasArts game would look like if LucasArts ever made an In the Name of the Rose point and click, and it looked kind of amazing. If anyone can find that and link that would be awesome, because there's some really great screenshots. Oh yeah, so we cleaned up that side kind of okay. It's not perfect, but we're working on it, and then we're gonna work on this other side a bit more. I want to find, some kind of CGA EGA games collection. Kind of like you'd find those CDs with 50 or 60 games on it. I want one of those. With just games I've never heard of. Hey Karasalash, Fishing Man looking good. We have not touched Fishing Man this session. So thank you. We're leaving well enough alone. How the CGA composite mode worked. Yes, I think I saw the same Twitter post. I think I did. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, okay, I'm going to open that also in browser so I don't miss it. Thank you. Name, yes, Mousemas, thank you. That guy. Yes, that one. Yes, that one by at Super Rune. Those are amazing screenshots. Yes, Karasha last time I was in the eternal battle of his legs and bucket versus me. Whole piece is looking good, thank you. Right now we're just working on the trees. We're gonna avoid the guy tonight. We're cleaning up these trees which are kind of messy on the right hand side. We're working on the left hand side. Just trying to get a feel for cleaning it up, adding some depth, and just seeing where every single little branch goes. Because that's my way. For instance, that one doesn't work because it's in line with the other branch. But that one is okay. It really is this painstaking. Oh, interesting, Mousimus. Remember last week's discussion about vignette? I had an idea. How about cinematic black bars instead on the intro? Like Letterbox? Dave, we're in the Name of the Rose is your all-time favorite book. I've not read it. I hear good things about the movie. Have you seen the movie? So you mean, okay, let's try Letterbox. Let's try Letterbox. Oh no, we're gonna lose some of that moon probably, or maybe not. Let's do a Letterbox. The movie is good, but the book is amazing. Okay, I like it. So if we did this, we'd have to move the moon down a bit, I think. So hold on, let me save the moon. Whoop. Just for now. Move this letterbox down a bit. That is a really good idea, Mousimus. Ooh, good. Thank you for linking games. I love finding more games. Trees on the left. Yes, thank you for saying the trees on the left look good. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Nice. Nice soundabout. Cool. Okay. Open that up. And plug this in. Okay. So if we letterbox this, I think that's a great idea. Mousimus. Although I have to fiddle with this more. Wait, I get the idea. Like, that's not really letterbox. I'm just... Open this up a little bit. That's a great idea. I like it. I really like it. Because it's much cleaner looking that way. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think it would be cool for the intro screens. Molotov on Inox. We're only going to be for another 15 minutes. Probably. So... If we don't see you back, thanks for popping by. And next week, if you have never seen Dan do a music stream, I highly recommend it because Dan is an incredibly talented musician who composes things on the fly for us, and then we can make suggestions and take feedback. So if you come back again, we do this Tuesdays 8 p.m. Eastern. I highly recommend a Dan stream because Dan is amazing. Save the Moon, TM, yes. Save the Moon is a great name for a game. Oh my goodness, Crit Rocket Runner. Orangey skin tones are super nostalgic. It's my happy place. There's just something about it. Yes, Malas of Inox, thank you again for dropping by. Good luck with work. And yeah, you won't be missing much because we're gonna go only for another 15, though. Good to have you. Yeah, I really like this letterbox idea. Of course, some composition stuff has to be addressed, but I think it's a good idea. Like this bottom part of that tree needs to be moved, but this is fantastic. So let's do some moving. Yes, it's chugging a little bit. Don't chug. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that was a strange choice for King's Quest 2. Making King Graham so yellow. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I don't think that yellow color is good skin tone for anybody. And that goes for Manhunter as well. Those games where you've got the Asian people super yellow. I don't think it looks good on anybody. And not on King Graham either. Got lost from The Simpsons. Yeah, I don't know. What I like about the orange color is it's so weird that you kind of will buy it for anybody almost. You can make it's almost like the Lego Man color where everyone used to be yellow. Pretty much. And then The Simpsons, yeah, pretty much everyone's kind of yellow. It's kind of universal almost. Not exactly, because I mean I have other people with darker skin tones and lighter skin tones. But what I do for my characters to differentiate skin tones is a lot of times it's the secondary colors. Yes, Enclosure is another one we've got a yellow skinned Asian person. What I tend to do actually, I don't think I have I don't know if I have a good example of it here. But for instance, here's a Nancy portrait. And let me see if I can find a Margot portrait, just as a contrast. Because there's only one thing I want to point out that I do for minor skin tone variation. If I can find it. People. Oh, here we got a guy from Manhunter. Speak of the devil. Okay, I wonder if the Colonel's Bequest does it. Yeah, okay, so here we go. This is actually a really good example. Okay. So here's a great example of a variation in skin tone where we have, this is a screenshot from the Colonel's Bequest. We have Fifi here with her skin, and we have Colonel Dijon with his skin. Now they both have the bright red skin tone, but because the dark red is a higher contrast than the brown, Fifi's skin tone kind of looks more fair because there's less of a contrast, and also her skin, her face is not as wrinkled as the Colonel, so the lines in the face would be shallower because the brown is lighter than the dark red. So we have in the Colonel's face, the dark red gives him a kind of like more, the lines are deeper, and his skin in a way, to me at least, looks like it would be darker than Fifi's skin tone. And so that's what I did for Margot when I looked at examples from the Colonel's Bequest. So for Margot, I made her face like Fifi's, where you've got the bright red and you've got the brown to give her a fairer look, a bit of a paler look. And then for Nancy, I gave her the traditional, kind of like a more like rosier, ruddier kind of look. Yeah, the dither. Oh my goodness, I could look at the Colonel's Bequest forever. Like, just let's look at this. Let's just appreciate what we have here. Where we have, look at this wall, and look at the light that's happening. The reflection of the window. Hold on, let me just change my cursor. The reflection on the window of the window here. You got. Look at what he did here with the blue vertical stripes on the wallpaper. The light is making those solid light gray. Would you have imagined doing that? That's kind of amazing. That choice is amazing. Although I will say that for me, the way that the shadow here happens on the sideboard, I'm not a huge fan of this. What I might have done, not just like, I'm not gonna malign Doug Herring in any way. I feel like I would have wanted to maybe extend the lines on the paneling like that, maybe? Or I could be wrong. The chair perspective is a little weird. Sure, like the seat is super deep, but it's one of those things where you kind of glance at it. Yeah, Colonel's Bequest, the top for me, the top SCI art. This light, that choice for that light is amazing. Even this, like, this is unexpected here for me. Like this, hold on. The way that he did this glass, the shadow for the glass, I would not have thought of to do it this way. This shadow, where it's just a light gray dither, I would not have imagined to do that. That was an interesting choice. I guess it's a spare chair. I think everyone has a chair. Maybe that's the chair that would have gone at the end of the table, but the Colonel is in a wheelchair, so he doesn't need it. And that's why it's moved to the side. And then look at this. Look at this beautiful dark shadow on the corner here. It's just a solid gray. I love that choice, because for me, maybe my inclination would have been the dark gray with the dark green dither, but it's just solid and it's so strong. Is a chair an element in the picture, or is it an added view? I don't know. I would assume it's just an element in the picture. And then look, so we have 3 different treatments of the same wallpaper. The back wall, we have black and dark blue. The main wall is this color here, these colors, and then the light and the dark wall high contrast is completely different. Oh, Sauce of TX, welcome to stream. Yeah, I'm using Adventure Game Studio for the game. And other examples of Adventure Game Studio games are Kathy Rain, Lamplight City, Unavowed. They're all made in Adventure Game Studio. Yeah. But this, I can look at this like I learn something new every time I look at the art for the Colonel's Bequest. And even this here. So you look how the line, the black line on the tiled floor, where it crosses the light from the window, he's gone with the light blue here. Just a subtle choice. Just a subtle choice. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have thought to do that. Anyway, yeah. So I could just talk about this. I could deconstruct Colonel's Bequest screenshots forever. Like, look at his coat here. Look, they used the purple. Doug used the purple, brown, dark gray, dark red. Who would have thought? Yellow actually works if it shadows on a white face. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, let's see. We have an example. This is this yellow. Let's see if I've got another screenshot of a Manhunter San Francisco yellow. Actually, well, that's kind of better because it's not just black and yellow. This one I actually kind of don't mind because there are other skin tone variations here. Not bad actually, not bad at all. Yeah, so the chair is part of the picture only out of views of their heads. Okay, yeah. But anyway, you can do a lot with EGA with skin tone. I find. Oh wow, we're almost finished. Yeah, you just got me carried away with talking about CGA. Okay. So. Okay, great. Okay, so. I think we're gonna call it for now. I'm gonna try to get some work done on the Crimson Diamond actually tonight. In a bit. First, I gotta rest my voice. I gotta have a snack, take a bit of a break. But next week will be a Dan stream, hopefully, and we'll be doing music, a cozy mystery type of music, and I'll be figuring out where we can put it. Goman Sama, thank you for coming. Thank you everyone for coming to stream. Good night /studio. Yeah, thanks for coming. We are getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Slowly, we're getting somewhere. Fractal Mind Mike, yeah, let me know after you finish the Colonel's Bequest playthrough. We'll figure something out for sure. Vitamin D after your shot, indeed. Yeah, I've been taking vitamin D anyway, because in Canada, it's kind of something they tell us we should do. I did not know that after the shot. Karasalash, thank you. I will keep chipping away at it. Those trees were starting to resolve themselves pretty well. On the left-hand side, next week, well, not 2 weeks' time, we'll get to the other side of that. Farai, good night. Crit Rocket Runner, thanks for stopping by. Thank you for dropping your links. I loved seeing your CGA screenshots. So I'm gonna take a look at those again. And thank you, Blaholson, as well. I did not know vitamin D after, but I think I did take one today, and I will take one tomorrow. I'll be sure. I'll be good about it. But yeah, next week music, hopefully. And we're gonna find someone to raid. Thank you for trying to help me troubleshoot the brush issue that I'm having with Photoshop, and thank you for the letterbox suggestion. Thank you for letting me test out my hotkeys for the Wacom tablet. Let us find someone to raid. Let's see. Twitch. It's always good to hang out with you guys and let me talk about rocks more. And oh yeah, so yeah, a couple weeks time, lapis lazuli will probably be the next one. If I can work up the courage to actually apply glue to a cabochon that costs $20. I don't know if I can do it. If I can't, we'll be doing crazy agate or a quartz or something. I might chicken out and not do the lapis lazuli, although it is beautiful. What do we have? We have Renaissance playing Lagradius Lana. Oh my gosh, he almost had me there. He's still playing Lana. Oh yeah, there's Nightbot just in time. If you're interested in playing the Crimson Diamond demo, Chapter 1 is on the Steam page. Please wishlist it if you like it. And there is a dev blog I do every month. You can sign up to have it directly into your email box, or I just tweet it whenever I do it. It's about mid-month every month. I put it out. So if you're interested in that, we have Taco Adventure playing Pathologic Classic HD. That looked pretty intense last time. I think we might do... Oh wow! You know what? Middle Age Stream is doing his first partnered stream. Dan and I really love watching Middle Age Stream, so I think we're gonna go there and say congratulations on your first partnered stream. 'Cause that's kind of amazing. To get to Twitch partner, you need like 75 viewers every on average for your videos, which is really hard to do. Yes, yeah, Fractal Mind Mike. I'm just looking at the description of his stream tonight, and it says first partnered stream. Happy Star Wars Day to you. So I think we're gonna have to go there and wish him congratulations, because that's a huge deal. That's really hard to do. Yeah. So let us. Yeah, I think I saw it on Twitter too. I kind of completely forgot about it. So let us raid middle-aged stream. Middle-aged stream. And say congratulations on your first partnered stream. And just once more, thank you guys so much for coming out, hanging out, just trying to helping, actually also helping, and having a nice time. I always have a nice time. So let's get on that bus. Our raid message, such as it is, will be, yeah, congrats on your first partnered stream. Some version of that. And let's just wait for that to go. I think we have everybody that we're gonna get. So we're gonna do that raid. We're gonna see what middle-aged stream is doing, and that's, yeah. Happy Crimson Tuesday again, and see you next week. We're gonna raid. We're doing the raid.